Hello everyone, thank you for checking out this video. You are with Coach Tianyu from Terry Chiu Academy. Right now, we're going to solve this question together. So let's read the question together first. It says, 24 four-digit numbers can be formed by using 1, 3, 5, and 7, with each digit being used exactly once each time. Find the average of these 24 numbers. So just in case the question's slightly confusing, right? Let's kind of break it down to what it means. Basically, the question is saying, using the numbers 1, 3, 5, and 7, I can form 24 different numbers if in each of those numbers there's no repeats. So like for example, I cannot have like 3 threes in one number. All the numbers must be different in a single number. And we want to find the average of these 24 numbers. So immediately let's think to ourselves, do you think it's feasible to find out what all these 24 numbers are and then average them out? Probably not, right? I mean, sure, you can do that, but there has to be a better way. And there is. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. But before that, let's just look at one set of numbers. I'm going to show you what the different numbers for numbers starting with 1 are. So for numbers starting with 1. There are actually 6 different numbers. And these are the numbers. 1357, 1375. 1537, 1573. 1735, 1753. So you can imagine, for numbers starting with 3, there's also going to be 6 numbers. Numbers starting with 5, 6 numbers, and numbers starting with 7, 6 numbers. So they are nicely divided into 4 little groups like this. Now I want us to pay attention to something. If you look at the 6 numbers I've written below, we realize that for the hundreds position, so these positions right here, the numbers 3, 5, and 7 appear in equal amount of times. Now, next, let's look at the tens position. So these are the tens position. Once again, if you look closely, you notice that the number 3, 5, and 7 appear the same number of times. Finally, let's look at the ones position. Once again, if you look closely, we notice that the numbers 3, 5, and 7 appear the same number of times. So basically what can we say? Like all the numbers 3, 5, and 7 will appear the same number of times, regardless of whether it's in the hundreds, tens, or ones position. And if we use some logical deduction, right, we can imagine that for numbers not starting with 1, the same thing will happen, right? So when this happens, you can actually use a really special method to quickly find the average of the numbers. I want us first to find the average of these 4 numbers. So it's basically adding them all together, divide by 4, right? This will give me 4. And this is where the really cool thing happens. If we noticed what we noticed before, so the thing about the hundreds, tens, and ones digits, our average of these 24 numbers, guess what? Will just be 4, 4, 4, 4. This will be my answer. So you think to yourself, how does this work? Basically, my 1000s digits, it will be the average of the 4 numbers. My hundreds digits will be the average of the 4 numbers. My tens digit will be the average of the 4 numbers. My ones digit will also be average of the 4 numbers. Why is that? Because regardless of which place I'm looking at, all the numbers will appear the same number of times, right? As we saw before. So that's the really cool thing about this question. Did we end up having to average everything? No. So take note of this, and the next time you see a question like this, remember, there's a very neat and fast trick in order to get your answer, which is, in this case, is 4, 4, 4, 4. We have now completed this lesson. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. Goodbye and see you again in another lesson.
If you would like to learn more from these tutorials, please smash that like and subscribe button.